Today is a good day to discuss this election cycle that we are currently in the midst of. If you happen to be a citizen of the United States and haven't been stripped of your right to vote, it is essential that you exercise that right if you haven't already done so. I know many of us feel as if our vote doesn't count or that it doesn't make any real difference in the end, whether we show up to the polls or not, because one individual vote is not going to decide a national election. But man, look around. Can we really afford to be wrong? In my opinion, the obvious answer is no. Too much at stake, too much on the line, too much to ignore. We cannot stand idle and just watch as if it is not our future and subsequently the futures of our children hanging in the balance. In case you haven't noticed, right now this pandemic is claiming lives at a rapid rate. The impoverished and working class citizens of our nation is gasping for economic stability, and there is a push against racial inequality and social injustice unlike any this country has seen since the civil rights movement of the 1960s. We living in historic times, y'all. Even if you are not totally convinced as to any one of our presidential candidates, there is a stark contrast between the two. It is your responsibility to do the research so that you can make an informed decision on who you feel is best suited to help facilitate the type of change and leadership that is needed now for this country to move forward with a greater promise for a better tomorrow. But while this year's presidential election is of insurmountable importance, even more pertinent to our living condition and livelihood is our state and local offices. That is where we will see our vote make the most tangible differences, and that is where our voice will be heard the loudest. So I say again, it is extremely important that you get up, get out, and get to the polls. Or you can even mail your ballot in. No excuses, y'all. If you have the right to vote, you need to do it. Vote like our lives depend on it, because it really does. Intelligent Flag.